Welcome to the video you've been looking for, how to get funded. I'm going to go through a simple 4-step process to get funded. Step 1, you're going to want to make a plan. Okay, this is extremely important. As a trader, you have to have a set plan. You're going to take wins, you're going to take losses. You cannot become emotional because you take wins or losses. All right, so these are the exact parameters you're going to follow in your trading plan. 1 trade a day, and you cannot risk more than 1%. This is extremely important as it stops you from emotionally trading and making bad trades that will lead to you blowing your account in one day. Think about it. If you have a 5% max drawdown, right? You cannot blow your account in a single day. It's just impossible if you're taking 1 trade a day and you're not risking more than 1%. Okay? The next parameter, you can only trade A+ setups. Now, I can't tell you what your A+ setups are because everyone trades a different strategy, but you have to trade only your A+ setups. But it doesn't check all the boxes that you're looking for in a trade. Don't take it, guys. It's not worth the risk, okay? Maybe that trade will turn out to be a win, right? It might be a winner and you might be like, oh no, I feel so bad, I missed out on a trade. Well, guess what? It's not an A+ setup. You always want the probability of your trade to be the highest it can possibly be. This is why the best traders on earth only trade 3 to 5 times a month, okay? So you want to be as close to those guys as you possibly can. So let's move on to the next step. Set a take profit and a stop loss. This is extremely important. I shouldn't even have to explain this to you, but you don't want to put on a trade, leave it running, and then just, kind of decide, oh, I think I should take profit here, or no, I want to take profit up here. Well, guess what? Price dumps. You didn't take your profit because you didn't have a set limit order on where you should have taken your profit, okay? And the same thing applies for stop losses. So you're always going to want a take profit and a stop loss. And let the trade run. I can't count on my fingers how many times I've left a trade early, and I'm sure you can relate. You've left a trade early and it turns out to be a winner. It is an A+ setup. You're risking 1% and it's the first trade of the day. So it aligns with all the parameters. It's a great trade, but you just leave the trade early because you managed to convince yourself that you're not in a good trade. Well, this is a really bad habit and you want to cut it as early as you can. So just simply let your trade run. All right? Set your TP, stop loss, and let the trade run. For the next step, do not trade on FOMC or NFP. There's certain news that you can trade on, but I'm telling you, in my 2 years experience in the markets, both FOMC and NFP are just very unpredictable and it's just not worth it. It's just a complete gamble. You're likely going to be stopped out. Avoid these news days. Great, so you have a plan set up, you have the parameters, you just have to follow this every single day, and it's only 5 things. It's not complicated, it's very simple. Let's move on to the next step. Step 2, make a goal. When you're trading, you want to have goals. A lot of people might set goals that seem unrealistic, but at the end of the day, you're the person that's responsible for your trading and you're the person that's responsible for meeting your goals. All right, guys? Goals are very simple. They're set and hit and then reset to hit higher targets, okay? Your goal for this funded account should be 2% a week. This means risk 1% for 2% in a single trade during the entire week. And if you hit that trade, you have already hit your first short-term goal. So let's say you take a trade on Monday. You're risking 1% for 2%. And let's say you hit that trade. You have already completed your goal for the week. You don't have to trade another day, the entire week. But you can still watch the markets to see if an A+ setup forms. And if another A+ setup forms within the same week, you can also take that trade. You shouldn't just limit yourself to 1 trade a week, but you should limit yourself to only taking A+ trades, okay? Now we're gonna move on to step 3. Make a mindset. Mindset is arguably the most important thing in trading. Mindset is your ability to stick to the plan and execute it when it's designated. And to simply put this in perspective, humans will always inevitably break a rule. Even though, you try your best not to, it's going to come to a point in time where you will likely just break a rule. And when this happens, your mindset is what's going to carry you on. You can't allow this one rule break to be, oh, I broke a rule, I'm going to continue breaking rules. It was completely fine. I won the trade. So you know what? Let me just break my other rules and continue to win trades. That's not how you win at trading. Okay? If you break a rule, you win. You say to yourself, I'm not doing this again. I got lucky, and that's all it is. Okay? If you break a rule and you lose, you say, I'm not doing this again. I got lucky for losing only 1%, and I'm going to move on. Now moving to step 4, execute. So just to roll back everything we've said so far on the plan to get funded. Make a plan. All the parameters are right here for your plan. You can copy them one-to-one, and I guarantee you'll be successful in trading if you follow all of these steps, okay? 2, make a goal. Your goal can realistically be anything you set it to, but if it is something very achievable that you can do, it is even higher likelihood of happening. And that doesn't mean that you can't set quote unquote unrealistic goals. You can, but those are long-term goals, okay? To build profitability, you need to create short-term goals and you need to hit them. Step 3, make a mindset. Psychology, extremely important, okay guys? You have to be strong in psychology and you have to be strong in trading to continue. And back to the final step, execute. The following plan above must be followed and it cannot be broken, okay? You made a plan, you cannot break it. The only way the plan can fail is simply if your technical analysis isn't the best yet, which means you haven't studied enough to understand the market where you can identify those A+ setups, or you are breaking your rules. It is that simple. Execute the plan correctly. Execute this plan for 6 months. Come back to this video and tell me whether or not you've been funded or have seen some success in trading. And I guarantee that you likely will. I hope this video helped you guys out. This is personally the exact plan I use to get funded on my accounts. And I'm currently using these plans to get a payout. I'm documenting all of my trades on this account. I hope it motivates you to do the best on your journey yourself. Thank you. Roblock out.